hawk tackle, hawk roll tackle, profile tackle, strike zone, tracking and compression tackle. Hawk tackles. We are a shoulder tackling team. Our hawk tackle is a shoulder leverage tackle contacting the ball carrier on the thighs. Our coaching points are eyes through the thighs, wrap and squeeze, drive for 5 when necessary. The ball carrier generally goes down immediately with hawk tackles.
Working our hawk tackling from our knees. Okay. The ball carrier is going to move left or to his right. Okay, and then as you step to the left, I'm going to squeeze and just bring the guy down. Set, go. Set, hit. Nice. Set, go. Just get your eyes up.
Okay, first progression, gentlemen. All right, is the wrap and squeeze. One guy stands up, linebacker, whoever on their knees. I take a step to the right. Coach Voss wraps, eyes through the thigh, head up. All right, okay, to the left. Set, hit, wrap and squeeze. Once again, to the right. Now wrap and squeeze, keep your head up. Your aiming point is the thigh. Here we go, set, hit.
Okay, right now we're working the hawk tackle, and what we're doing is from a standing position, and we're working a leverage, working triangle. Ball carrier is going to run to this point. Tackler is going to run to this point. This will be, as he's tracking the near hip, the inside hip of the ball carrier, this will be a right shoulder hit for the tackler. Same thing, we're tackling eyes to the thighs, wrap, and we're driving for 5, taking them to the ground. Notice we're not using any helmets, and we'll still be able to bring these guys down in this practice. All right, here we go. Set, go. Yep, same side. Set, go. Eyes to the thighs, wrap, drive for 5. Set, go. Eyes to the thighs, wrap, drive for 5.
Drive for 5. When a ball carrier does not go down immediately, drive for 5 is the trigger term that encourages our players to drive for 5 hard steps upon contact with the ball carrier. This is a good example of drive for 5 hard steps. Number 54 makes a right shoulder hawk tackle and drives for 5 hard steps. Oftentimes the hawk tackle takes the ball carrier to the ground immediately before the defender can get that done. But the emphasis is on driving your feet through the tackle.
Set, go. Okay. Set, hit. Nice.
Third progression. Need the coaches here? All right. This time, guys, we're going to spread out 5 yards. 5 yards. Here's my linebacker. Here's my running back. All right, this time the same progression. We're going to wrap, squeeze and roll, eyes through the thigh. This time though, I want coach driving for 5. You're going to be coming together 5 yards apart. Eyes up, eyes through the thigh, wrap and drive for 5. All right, eyes through the thigh, that's your aiming point. You're going to wrap, squeeze and then drive for 5. Here we go. On set, hit, set, hit. Keep that head up. Guys, keep your heads up. You can't tackle what you can't see. Again, to the right. Walk through this on set, hit. Set, hit. Eyes through the thigh. Wrap. Drive for 5. Guys, your aiming point is the nearest thigh. Do not put your head across the runner, all right? It's the nearest thigh. Doesn't get any easier. Again, to the right. Set, hit.
Hawk roll tackles. Our coaching points are eyes through the thighs, wrap and squeeze, roll.
The hawk roll tackle is similar to the hawk tackle in the sense of we're going eyes to the thighs, contacting with our shoulders, wrapping. This time we're rolling to the side of our leverage. Oftentimes it happens with cloud force or sky force or backer force type outside in leverage hits. We're contacting with our shoulders, eyes to the thighs. We're going to wrap and then roll for our leverage. So we're already working that from our leverage point. And what we're doing here is I want my near foot up, splitting his crotch. Okay, I'm gonna get low, get my eyes through his thighs, the ball carrier's thighs. I'm gonna squeeze, and I'm gonna drop, and I'm gonna roll. Set, hit. Roll, excellent, excellent. There we go. Set, hit. Eyes to the thighs, wrap and roll. Set, hit. Nice job. Set, hit. Nice. Set, hit. Wrap and roll. Excellent, excellent.
So when I say wrap, you're going to put your arms around it. When I say squeeze, you're going to pull it into your body, and then roll, you're going to roll to the side your head is on. Then you're going to bring it to the ground, all right? Ready? So get ready.
Stick your shoulders in there, guys.
So you're going to wrap, squeeze it, roll. There we go. There you go.
Ready? Stick your shoulders in there too. Shoulder pad tackle.
Ready? Wrap. Wrap up.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze them. Roll. There you go. Nice. There we
Go.
go.
Couple young high school guys, go grab those pants.
Here we go. Ready? Wrap. Squeeze. Roll. Make sure your head doesn't touch.
Progression. I need Coach Hall and Coach Voss.
All right.
This time we're going to wrap and squeeze, eyes through the thigh, wrap and roll. Your leverage is always to your inside. Here we go. Eyes through the thigh, wrap, squeeze, and roll. Here we go. To the right. Set, hit. Nice and slow. Okay, to the left.
Running back, step left this time.
To the left. Set, hit. Eyes through the thigh, wrap, squeeze, and roll.
All right, here we go. On, set, go. Set, go. Eye through the thighs, wrap, and roll. Nice. Set, go. Nice. Nice shot. That's good. That's good. Set, go. Set, go.
We practice full-speed hawk roll tackles with bags simulating the outside thigh of the ball carrier. Profile tackles are shoulder tackles contacting through the near pec of the ball carrier above the waist. Our coaching points are strike through the near pec, wrap, drive for 5.
Set, go. Nice. Set, go. Nice. Set, go. Set, go.
Notice here how number 29 is driving for 5. Number 31 shows how we emphasize striking with your shoulder and wrapping before driving for 5. This drill is designed to work on how you strain through a profile tackle. We emphasize the strain it takes to drive for 5 hard steps. The chest shield simulates the near pec. Bag holders should provide some resistance before being driven onto the crash pad. As we have mentioned, the strike zone applies to tackling defenseless opponents. The zone is classified as below the neck and above the knees, just like a baseball strike zone. We make contact using our shoulders at all times, especially in the strike zone. The helmet of both the tackler and the ball carrier are out of the game. Number 50 does a phenomenal job of adjusting his aiming point as the receiver lowers his body and the strike zone consequently drops. This by giving our tacklers a moving strike zone, simulated by the chest shield, which encourages the tackler to mindfully locate the strike zone. Tracking is closing the distance with the ball carrier while maintaining our leverage. As we approach making contact, we key the near hip of the ball carrier. Number 31 tracks the near hip as he closes the distance with the wide receiver. Eyes through the thighs, wrap and squeeze, drive for 5 when necessary. The tracking drill we use is called run and gather. Number 29 will run and gather while closing the distance on the ball carrier. Number 41 closes on the ball carrier until he can contact him. Notice how he maintains the tackling posture with the shoulder square. Number 29 is tracking the near hip using the boundary as leverage as he makes a sideline tackle.
Tracking, this is something that we talk about, maybe the most important part of our tackling system. What does that mean is this: we as a defender are looking at the near hip of the ball carrier. Okay, so Earl is coming from a left to right or inside out position. Right now, Earl has a tackling plan. I am going to contact and hit with my right shoulder. Okay, so he's getting a good football position. This rugby guy, he's coming from an outside in position. He knows this is also a right shoulder hit. And he is also tracking or keying the near hip of the ball carrier. Why is tracking so important? Like I started off talking about, we are a shoulder tackling team based on leverage. So as long as I'm able to maintain my leverage, I'm able to continue to close in and not overrun plays. Because we're also counting on my teammate to show up on the other side. So right here, we'll stay on the tape here. Okay, there it is. And then this is a drill. Here's Big Cam Chance. Before he even gets to hit or touch anyone, we work on our tracking drill. We call this run and gather. So these guys are servicing each other, and we try to keep closing and keep maintaining our leverage at the same time. Here he is coming back from the other side. And notice now, we call this a near foot position by Cam, and what we want to be in this position. The reason why is this: if I'm Cam and I'm closing, I want to be in a near foot position if the ball carrier is right here to my right, so that if I hip, I want to make sure my hip is opened up so that if Richard Sherman wants to cut it back, I'll still be able to open up and run with them, okay? And we want our near foot up so we can load up the hit as well. So we want to be physical on the contact as well. So here's Earl working it. Look how hard they're working at it. And here, look at this exact same drill show up in this scenario here. Exactly, okay? Tracking the near hip. We try to definitely work the same principles that the players are going to see on Sunday. Okay, we don't want to just do drills just for the sake of drilling. So there's different different techniques that we work on here. Here's KJ Wright. Look at this. There's a lot of space here. How are we going to get that fast guy down? Well, 50 is looking at the near hip and closing, and then using his right shoulder to hit. Same thing right here. Here's Bobby Wagner working on a swing route. Look, he's tracking the near what? What do we say? We're tracking the near what? Near hip. That's right. Okay, that's good. So this is just like how we coach at home right there. Boom. Near hip. Okay, so here, look at this play. This is exactly what we're talking about. Tracking the near hip and making sure we make that tackle. So tracking is a huge principle here. There we are talking about the near foot position by Cam Chancellor here. Now, why is it important, okay, to maintain that near hip is this. You notice KJ got the far foot up? What happens here, football fans here, 12s, this guy, Andre Johnson, is able to cut it back. Right now, physically, he's not able to open up and keep his leverage. You guys see that? So there's one guy that misses. Okay, Big Tony McDaniel, he's big enough, it's hard enough with him, right? If he gets his wrong foot up, and there it is, his hip is locked out. And then even Bobby Wagner, he gets his wrong foot up, and then we lose our leverage. That is the key to tackling, is by dominating and owning our leverage. This is what we call a near foot swoop. As we work, we try to maintain our near foot, and we close to the ball carrier. So here, look at, here's a live shot from the Super Bowl here. Near foot, and I'm tracking to the near hip and making the tackle right there. That's a really nice job here. Okay, look at this Earl. He's got one of the toughest jobs because a lot of his tackles are in space. Okay, he's a critical guy getting guys down. Look at that near foot, tracking the near hip, and getting the guy down. Okay.
We are a leverage tackling team. Compression tackles are simultaneous tackles that take place with 2 or more defenders, with each tackler owning their leverage on the ball carrier and striking with the proper shoulders. Compression tackles can occur with players from a combination of position groups. Both tacklers close and track the respective near hip of the ball carrier. Both will get the near foot up as they close into within striking range. Number 37 and number 34, front side defenders must turn back the ball carrier and the back side defender must close.
So what do we talk? We talk to our players. Hey, own your hip so that when you're gonna get help from your other teammate here. Okay, so here's own your hip. Here it is coming down, and this is kind of Coach Schneider. Brian Schneider does a great job coaching this up, getting our near foot and working our drills. So look at these here. Boom, using your teammates, owning that near hip of the ball carrier. We could do it moving. Okay, our coaches fill in and help out. There's John Ryan helping out. Tracking in, okay? Who happens to be a really good athlete too. He could run around pretty good. But here's a compression tackle. Look at each guy owning his hip. That's what we're talking about. Here's a corner and a safety. That's a compression tackle. Putting out a new tape shortly here with Coach Carroll. This is a hawk lift tackle. Okay, so what is that? We're lifting the tack, just like this rugby guy. It's a right shoulder hit, and it's a left hook by the offense. So here he is. Here's Earl, left shoulder hit, and it's going to be a right hook. And we're lifting the man just like this, lifting the guy off the ground. That's what we're looking for. And that look similar? Okay, so there's a left shoulder hit, right hook. Okay, here's KG, right? Okay, it's going to be a right shoulder hit, left hook. There it is. Okay, I'm going to look at that's a left shoulder hit, right hook, and this is what we call a lift tackle. Okay, Cam is one of our best tacklers. We love watching him play right shoulder hit, left hooks. Okay, so getting the cleats out of the ground is what we're trying to get done here. Okay, here's a good one by Byron Maxwell here. Left shoulder hit, right hook. Isn't that good? Okay, so guys can't run when the cleats are out of the grass, so